Welcome, 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 collectives. My name is Ora-gen, and this is the Ora-gen Channel. I want to welcome you back for another reading, no matter what time of day it is or what day you found this message. I'm super grateful that you're here. Guys, today's date is Saturday, August 2nd, 2025. We are into the month of August. A lot of transition and change coming up in the energy as of lately, and also today. 2:05 on the clock when I began the message today, and also 2:05 is an angel number. So look into that meaning, guys. A lot here about personal transition, transformation, new beginnings, new journeys, and trusting that you are on the right path. A lot here about that today. Also, too, this is right in alignment. Just a lot of synchronicity as I constantly see. But there's something here with today's download associated with the number 2:05, new beginnings and transitions. But there's something here about you taking home with you no matter where you go. So there's something here in the energy about your root chakra and how that plays into feeling like you're home no matter where you go. So something really strong coming through in the energy today, guys. I am personally in the middle of transition. So I have moved actually out of my space that I was in, and am now in a new space, but even this space is temporary. So I will be moving to my permanent space soon. It is still being built, but a loved one was so kind to let me to come and stay with them while I'm in the midst of that process, guys. So even your girl Ora-gen is in the middle of this, change, transition, transformation energy at this time. And I'm picking up there's a lot of energies in the collectives that are also in the midst of this transformation energy. But you are being encouraged, number 2:05, angel number, meaning to really trust that you are on the right path for your journey. That is super important right now, guys. Okay, so with that being said, I'm not going to stay on here long. I just wanted to get on here and get some energy moving. Whatever you're doing, guys, do not stop. That's coming through strong in the energy. Don't stop what you're doing, even if there are transitions and changes that have you like in different locations, spaces, places, around different people, situations, new job situations, whatever it is that you're working on that is in association with your soul path and what it is you're here to do. You are being encouraged to stick with it. Do not stop, pause for any reason. You're on the right path. Let's see what's coming up in the energy today for you guys. And for those of you who resonate with today's energy, 2:05, Spirit, please remove any energies that are hindering, blocking, resistive, and only allow energies that are in alignment with helping us to understand the message for today to remain as I speak it so it is. Guys, coming straight out on the table, King of Pentacles energy. Ooh, okay. This is in reverse. We have fire and earth energy on the table. Someone in your energy might be a fire or earth sign, or you might be a fire or earth sign. If the message resonates, don't worry about the signs. Yeah, somebody was dealing with some sort of material loss, like loss of wealth, or some sort of loss of like monies, finances. Something went upside down with the finances. And we have the Ace of Swords here. You guys are getting some clarity about something. This is in the upright. We have air sign energy on the table. Somebody's getting some clarity about how to move out of some sort of massive financial loss. Okay, so you might be getting moved around to a new geographic location because maybe opportunities are better for you there. We're going to pull some story cubes and letter cubes in just a moment. Yeah, here we go. We have Six of Cups energy on the table. Water sign and Scorpio energy. Yeah, somebody's moving. This talks about like the past energies, someplace that you used to be, you are moving from. This is literally speaking about somebody moving, somebody getting some sort of clarity, whether you are clear cognitively, oh, this isn't working for me, I need to move around, whether that's relocating, moving, moving a business, changing something, understanding that something's not working, whatever it is, you got some clarity on something and you are moving forward. And for a lot of you, moving forward means an actual physical relocation or movement. Let's grab one more card here from the tarot, and we're going to go into Green Witches. Okay, Spirit, any other clarification on this moving? Something wanted to pop there. Clarification on collectives moving. Ooh, some of you are moving into new relationships. We have the Lovers card on the table. Yep, I knew it. I brought the shadow work deck out. We have the Devil card in the upright, Earth and Capricorn energy. Yeah, some of you are moving away from something that wasn't working for you. Okay, maybe you felt binded to something. Because you see how the Lovers, let me try to cover that up there. You see how the Lovers have like the chains on their necks, right? It's like you were binded to something, associated maybe with a relationship, or maybe a new relationship is coming in, but you were binded to something and you literally needed to move around to a new physical location. Yeah, something's coming in rapidly. We have the Eight of Wands on the table, Sagittarius and fire sign energy. Something's coming in swiftly for you. You were binded to something, but something's coming in swiftly. That's why you had to move around. Page of Pentacles energy in the upright on the table. Wow. Some sort of manifestation and opportunities coming in. So some of you may have had to move geographically to a new location to be in position for whatever this is that's coming in. Okay? Wow. Thank you, Spirit. Let's go on ahead and grab something from Green Witch's Oracle here. And I'm going to give you some shadow work that you can work on that can help you with like how to process whatever this is associated with your past that you got clarity on. Okay? Because I definitely want to help whomever resonates with today's energy understand how to move through whatever was keeping them stuck. And I'm not picking up that this was like external energies. This was something internal that it was time for you to work through. Look at this altar. Something that has to do with releasing burdens or gratitude. Something you need to look in the mirror about. Look at that. This is why we have the shadow work deck out today. I hope you guys can hear me okay. This is a completely different setup. So I'm testing the mic out here. Spirit, clarification on this situation here that might have been, wow, we had a cup of tea. Yeah, something you needed to be patient about and reassess. Like sit down and sip a cup of tea and just kind of meditate on something. Think about something. Something is coming quickly. A manifestation is coming for you rapidly. Like it's about doggone near here. But there's something associated with you making this move, whatever that was, that is making this possible. You got some clarity on something and you did the right thing, collective. That's the important part. You did exactly what you were supposed to do. This kind of ties into another reading I need to release. Like, so it's called something like a recent choice you made or a recent move you made, like put you ahead of the game or something like that. That's what I'm picking up here. Chamomile, gentleness, relaxation, sleep. Yeah, you're being encouraged. Evidently, whatever you went through, maybe you just literally finished physically moving. Self-care is important. I also see white candles here. You might be someone who like practices ritual and burns candles. Maybe you're someone that drinks chamomile tea or utilizes it as a supplement. And it looks like there's something here with chamomile tea Do you see this? Wow. Somebody drinks chamomile tea. We have a cup of tea and then the chamomile card. Somebody drinks chamomile tea, or chamomile tea might be good to help you to relax. Okay? That's interesting. Those two came out together. Something here about you needing to do some self-care and relax. Spirit, more clarification, please. Thank you. Hedge. Yeah, potential boundaries and indecision is something you're indecisive about. You need to take some time for yourself to relax and reflect. Yeah, this has to do with your freedom. There's an opportunity coming up that is going to give you the freedom that you have been longing for. And as I pointed out, yep, cauldron, something having to do with your creativity. Something's brewing. And as I mentioned before, Eight of Wands energy, you might be a fire sign or may have it aspected in your chart, but there's something coming towards you swiftly, okay? And you're being encouraged to take some time for self-care, to put some boundaries up in places where your energy is being drained, okay? That may have something to do with your move, either energetically or physically, emotionally, maybe something you blocked off or stopped dealing with. This is going to have to do with your potential. You have some choices up ahead. That's why when we look at the hedge card, it's like pathways that you can choose. And do you see right there in the center? You might also be a Libra. We see the justice scales. There might be some justice coming in for you. Maybe some things that you've dealt with that were very challenging, that were outside of your control. Maybe some things inside of your control, because we have the shadow work energy here. Some things that you needed to heal through. And then the scales are getting balanced now due to you taking time to do this step, whatever this step was, whether you moved physically or whether you moved away from something emotionally, energetically. Okay, Spirit. Other messages for the collectives? Yeah, oak tree. So something that you started that started as a seed, very small, is going to turn into something very big. It's going to be almost explosive. Look how it looks like that tree just exploded out of that acorn. Something small is about to become very large. You started the root system for it. You're being encouraged to continue with the work. Tap into your power, your courage. That's where you'll find your strength. You see that little symbol on the tree? I don't know, it's kind of blurry, but there's a little symbol on the tree here. It looks kind of like spiritual geometry. Yeah, something is about to come in. You know, it's almost like the universe has this balanced out in a mathematical way for you. Whomever resonates with this part of the message, something is being balanced out in a very careful manner. So there were some steps that you had to take in order to make this bloom. And you're taking the right steps. If you are resonating with this message, this is your confirmation. You know, you might have been a little like, oh, I'm not sure about taking this step, but yeah, you're protected. Look at that salt card. So even though you may not have been sure about taking this step, look at this. Something's seasoned. Oops. Something is seasoned just right. Look at this. You have the cauldron. Whatever is brewing, and then look, you have the salt card. Whatever is brewing has been seasoned just right. You might be a good cook as well. But somebody has some energy that's coming in for them that is just right for them. It's just the right amount of seasoning. Because the salt card talks about protection, banishing negativity. So if there were some things in your energy here, right? Because we have the hedge card. There were some things in your energy that were draining or were not in alignment. You were being protected. So something about your move and the steps that you took that put you in just the right position, just the right amount of seasoning to help you to boil what's in your cauldron or to get that cauldron boiling. So it was necessary that you did what you did. Wow. That is wild. Let's put these guys here. This is amazing. You guys have some really great stuff coming your way. All right, we'll take two more cards and we'll go to shadow work. We'll just drop a couple cubes. Oh, we'll take this one here. Look at this. I can't make it up. Something that is getting cleaned up in the energy. And why did I think to bring my energy broom out today? Look at that. Yeah, there's a lot of synchronicities around you right now. Whomever is resonating with this energy. But something's being cleaned up and freshened in the energy. It's supposed to happen. That's why you moved. That's why you disconnected from something. That's why you cleared something out. That is why you put some boundaries in place, guys. Yep. And this was for your safety, your comfort, and your spiritual connection. That is your home hearth. That's what the hearth talks about. It is a space in the home where things can be cooked, where you can warm yourself by the fire. You can place pictures and trinkets and knickknacks that, create certain emotional response in you above your mantle. It is a space of healing, guys. There it is. There's that home energy, root chakra. You're being encouraged how you need to heal your root chakra. Your spirit team, your guides, the universe has already got it going. That's why they relocated you. For those of you who resonate with that part of the message. But you're being reminded it's not about your physical location. This hearth exists inside of you. It is the place you come to feel at home, at peace, to warm yourself, to cook up new things in your cauldron, right? Where's the cauldron at? Look at that. That's where your cauldron would sit, right over the hearth. Maybe in like a hanging, like a metal hanger or something, or sitting on the fire so you can cook up and boil new things. You guys are in the process of creating. That's the energy I'm picking up on. You guys are creating. You're cooking up something new. But you had to move out of the position you were in. That's what I'm picking up. And for some of you, this is happening this summer. Look at that. You're in the process of it, or it's about to show up. If you've been seeing a lot of sunflowers and bees, this message might be for you. Okay, let's go over here and grab you some shadow work. Spirit, what are some things that collectives can work on that can help them to move into this energy nicely? That is here for you. That's what I'm seeing. It's here for you, collectives. A lot of you are experiencing these shifts right now as it is summertime. And here's a hint. If you are a person who resonates with a part of the message where you just moved physically, energetically, you cut something off emotionally, physically, or energetically. So i.e. you moved, ended relationships, shifted something major, and you're feeling like, oh, wow, I just felt really compelled to do that, but I'm not quite sure why. Your path might seem somewhat unclear right now. This message is for you. This is your message. If any of those things factor in, this is your message. This is coming in this summer for you guys. Wow. Okay, Spirit, message is here. You're being encouraged to do shadow alchemy. Turn shadows into gold by shifting your awareness. Empowerment and rebirth. Yeah, you guys are about to experience a rebirth. A lot of you are seeing a lot of butterflies. Okay. But the alchemy aspect or portion of this message is transmuting energy. So you may have had some energies around you that were being cleared out. And then also, if there are energies that resonate from you, okay, i.e. old beliefs that do not serve you as you are in this new leg of your journey, fear-based beliefs, you're being encouraged to use alchemy, transmute them. What does that mean? You're turning shadows into gold. So you're bringing these beliefs to the light so they can be examined, explored, and understood. And then from that, you're doing the healing work. So basically, it takes an old belief and turns it into an opportunity for growth. That's the transmutation work. You're being encouraged to do that. Okay? Have courage. For some of you, you are in a transition you've never been in before, or you're doing the same transition, what feels like for the 70th time, right? But for a lot of you, you've learned what you needed to learn, and you're moving into a new phase. Stop hiding. Show up and let yourself be seen. fear, vulnerability, growth. These are all factors associated with healing, empowerment, and success. You have to allow yourself to be vulnerable. And I'm not talking about with just random people on the street. I'm talking about with yourself. That's part of that shadow alchemy. We're seeing that energy twice on the table. 222, 22, 22. Spirit, one more message for the collective. You guys have some transmutation work to do. There's some core beliefs here that have to do with you feeling vulnerable or hiding yourself for some reason. There's some fear that you're up against. You're facing a fear. And once you bust through this, like the floodgates are opening. Spirit, any other messages for collectives? What do we got here? Okay, I'll take it. Self-reflection. Wow. Guys, this is part of the shadow alchemy work. Self-reflection. Okay? So this has to do with looking inward so you can see what you need to do to improve or to make better choices. So awareness and improvement. So if you are someone who has historically made the same choice multiple times that didn't work, you're being encouraged this time to choose something different. Okay, that's that shadow work. Bring the shadows to the forefront, illuminate them so they're no longer in the shadows. That's super important. And the self-reflection work, it has to do with having courage to be vulnerable with yourself and to reflect on why maybe you were holding certain core beliefs, certain ideologies that kept you feeling limited or stuck. Everything was not external. That's what I'm picking up on here. Some aspects were things that were outside of your control. Others had to do with core beliefs in the way that you were looking at things. So you're being encouraged to reflect on that. Okay. Yeah, some of you, look at this. Shadow blossom. This is talking about bringing shadows into the light. Once again, this is confirmation. This is going to help you to be resilient and to nourish those parts of yourself. And some of you may have been experiencing jumbled thoughts, like feeling like you're all over the place or having a hard time sticking with one thought or forgetting something after you get ready to speak about it. Some of you may have been experiencing some anxiety recently or feeling like you wanted to escape. So you're being reminded the mind can make a heaven of a hell and a hell of a heaven. This is why you're supposed to be doing reflection work, self-care work, basically healing work while you're in this part of your transition. Super important for those of you who resonate. Okay? So that's some shadow work you guys can focus on today to help you with this change. Congratulations on your move. Okay? Whether that was geographical, emotional, spiritual, energy-based. Maybe you cut some cords and you're feeling pretty proud of yourself. I know I'm picking up, many of you had a moment where you felt like lighter or you felt accomplished because you took a certain step. Good for you. I love that for you. Congratulations. Keep that momentum going forward. That's what you're being encouraged. Okay, guys. Matter of fact, let's grab some story cubes here. Thank you, Spirit. Somebody may have had something happen in the spring, or they're springing into action. Couples. Ooh, spring couples. Somebody you met in the spring is present. Literature. So it might be something that you're reading, maybe text messages or messages of some kind, or maybe there's like something you're reading about the person, like energetically, somebody you met in the spring. Okay. There are some couples that are present, or somebody you met in the spring, somebody is now coupled up with somebody they met in the spring. Okay. So it could be that Spirit is telling me that there's some energies who might resonate with today's message who actually ran into the lover's energy already. You might already be experiencing that. If that's the case, this is also your message. There's more coming. That's not it. There's more. Okay. And I love saying that to you. Something here about literature. You might be a person who writes literature, enjoys literature, researches literature. Something here, maybe you bonded over a book club or something having to do with literature. Okay. Take the energy as it resonates. Let's grab a couple of letter cubes, Spirit, just so we can see who this message might apply to. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. First, middle, last initial Z. Okay, we'll take this one out. That one's blanked out. First, middle, last initial A. Okay, we'll take that one out. First, middle, last initial K. Somebody's named Zach. Zach or Kaz. First, middle, last initial U. Zaku. Ukaz. We'll take this one out. First, middle, last initial G. Zakag. Goo. Let's see. Guxas. Guckas. I don't know. First, middle, last initial D. Dak. Cad. Gad. Daz. Kaz. Sug. Gus. Yeah, those are the letters, guys. Z-A-K. So somebody could be Zach or Kaz, Gus, D-G-K, K-G-D, K-Z-A or K-Z-U, K-U-G, K-U-D. Somebody could be Doug. Yep, those are the letters. So it is possible. We have a B here. First, middle, last initial B. Something about bugs. Bud. Dub. Somebody might like to work with music or dub music. Zab, Baz, Ab, Back, Baku. Somebody might like to eat Gouda, like the cheese Gouda. Okay, well, those are some letters, take the energy as it resonates. Obviously, if this message resonates for you, don't worry about the initials. It's your message if it resonates. And I do pick up there's quite a few people in the collectives at this time, especially those who watch my channel, that are in the process of moving. So guys, I'm going to go on ahead and close the reading out there. Definitely, if you are enjoying the messages, please do like, share, subscribe, hit the all button so that you get all of the messages. You do not want to miss your message. This is a high energy, high frequency time period. There's a lot happening for the collectives. And it doesn't mean all of it feels great. It means there's a lot of shift happening to help put people in the positions they need to be in for what's coming. Okay? So please keep that in mind. Everything doesn't have to feel like a joyous moment for it to mean that it's in alignment with your path, basically. But do the shadow work, guys. Bring those shadows to light and do that healing work. There are some great things coming for you. Okay? Also, too, if you are enjoying the content here on YouTube or TikTok, whichever place you're watching the video, please do feel free to follow me on either platform. On YouTube, it is at Ora-gen Collective. Okay, just like you see it spelled here, with the word collective on the end. On TikTok, it's at Ora-gen _ lightworker. You can put a hyphen or a underscore, it'll still pull it up. So definitely check me out on either platform. You can subscribe to my one tier on TikTok, and you can get more content from me. Special videos, you can ask for cards to be pulled on live readings, and I will be doing live on YouTube and TikTok coming here shortly, guys, as I get settled. Sending so much love and light to you on this Saturday. Hope this message helps. I do look forward to being with you in the next reading. Guys, my name is Ora-gen, and this is the Ora-gen Channel. Love and light, guys.